Welcome to Super Max Z, where today we are going to talk about the Dragon Ball Z movie timeline. Not the order that the movies take place, but the events that do take place to connect all the movies in the DBZ movie lineup. Yes, we will see which of the events would take place. So in age 760, that would be the events of Dead Zone. For sure, Dead Zone already occurs in the movie timeline on age 760. The first difference will become from here. In age 761, Goku, of course, would fight Raditz after Gohan was kidnapped again in this timeline. And of course, he'll die when they tried to defeat Raditz and they ended up succeeding. Here's where the first difference will come up. Instead of Goku arriving late to the battle, Goku would arrive on time. So thus, because he arrived on time, he would first fight Nappa, and most likely would defeat Nappa, breaking his spine, like how it was done in the main show. So Vegeta would then kill Nappa. But because Goku arrived on time, Piccolo, Tien, and Yamcha would still be alive in this battle. After all their help to defeat Vegeta, Vegeta would scurry. But here's a second difference. Frieza wouldn't have heard about the Dragon Balls here until later, and I'll tell you when that later will occur. Then, on age 762, when originally they would have gone to Namek, that would be the world's strongest. That's when the world's strongest will occur. The next year, in age 763, that will be the events of Tree of Might. So that's when Tree of Might will occur. The next year, age 764, that's when Goku will fight Lord Slug. And when he fought Lord Slug, he would obtain false Super Saiyan. After the event of fighting Lord Slug, Goku in this universe would train using false Super Saiyan, so he'll be able to get the actual Super Saiyan. So, from training using Super Saiyan, the false Super Saiyan, Goku was able to actually obtain Super Saiyan 1. Correct. Then, because of the fight with Lord Slug and all the property damage, and because Lord Slug already used some of the Dragon Balls, Goku went to Namek to use the Namekian Dragon Balls to fix all the damage to Earth. And that's where he would then fight Frieza, who went later to Namek in this timeline. After fighting Frieza, he would win, of course. So that's when, in the next year, the age 765, the events of Cooler's Revenge would occur. When it comes to Cooler's Revenge, it would occur after they went to Namek and after Lord Slug, because if it appeared before, Goku would have used Super Saiyan to defeat Lord Slug, and that could have been a possible outcome. So on age 766, later than our timeline, Future Trunks would come back and tell Goku about the androids. Yes, he would tell Goku about the androids of the future and them to prepare, because the androids will attack the next year. Not in 3 years' time, the next year. So then, in age 767, they will have fought Android 17 and 18 in this universe as the first. And Goku would have already gotten the heart virus in this universe last year, maybe somewhere at the end, and is already fully healed. So after defeating Android 17 and 18, after at least 1 week, they would have gone all the way to new planet Namek, where they would end up finding that Kula has taken over the planet. And that's when the return of Kula happened in this universe. So after defeating Kula, at least a few days later, Dr. Gero's laboratory would end up releasing one of the few monster androids still left, created by Dr. Gero. Android 13, 14, and 15. And that's when the Super Android 13 movie would occur in this timeline. Exactly there. To finish up this busy year for them, that's when they would go for a picnic, and that's when I believe the first Broly movie would also take place. Then after that, Cell would arrive from the future. And don't forget, Trunks is still here. He had stayed on Earth during the return of Kula. Yes, he had stayed on Earth to do something, maybe train or watch out for any androids. I believe that in this universe, he was the one to defeat Android 19, as 20 would already be dead. So after the Broly movie occurred, Cell, as I said, would have appeared in this universe from the future. But because these Z fighters have already fought Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, they would then defeat Cell kind of quickly. But sadly for them, Goku would end up dying in the fight because of Cell self-destructing earlier because of all the pressure of all the Z fighters. So after that, Goku would have gone to the other world and maybe had the other world tournament and totally had the other world tournament in this universe. And then in age 768, BoJack Unbound would take place. Yes, BoJack Unbound. Was it Unbound? Can't tell. Well, now in age 774, a little bit of the Buu saga would occur, but Goku would have killed Fat Buu with the Super Saiyan 3 quickly, so he would still be dead, and Vegeta would have tried to defeat Majin Buu using self-destruct and would currently be dead. Then, that's when I believe on Earth, the second Broly movie would have occurred, because Goku would still be dead. So, after the second Broly movie, that would be Bio Broly. Then would occur right after that. And the last thing to cap up this year would be Fusion Reborn. Now that's when it would occur in this universe. A little bit in between, Goku and Vegeta would have been brought back with the Namekian Dragon Balls, as Goku would have realized that threats don't come just because of him, because of Majin Buu. Yes, and during the time they were brought back, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but somewhere in between Goku killing Fat Buu, he had taught the Gohan, Trunks, and Goten how to fuse in this universe. So after that, in age 775, that would then have the events of Dragon Ball Z, Wrath of the Dragon. That's when this would have occurred. A bonus part of this video would be how this could have affected the future Trunks timeline. Because of all these differences and all the calamities that have happened on Earth, the future Trunks timeline wouldn't be that altered, but future Trunks and future Gohan would have been stronger And so would have the androids been stronger with all the information they would have gotten until they were released. And Cell would have a little bit more DNA, but not the one of the legendary Super Saiyan, because that would have occurred on a different planet. Thank you for watching this video from Super Mark Z. People have made it up to the end of the video. I am very thankful for you watching all of the video, and hope you people will be able to like, share and subscribe, and that you'll be able to come watch another video from Super Mark Z. If you'd like any of these two ideas, comment down below. Why did Cell kill Trunks in the Cell game? And the other idea would be one of the few ideas I've always thought about. Is there other versions of false Super Saiyan? Now, depending on which idea you like more, comment down in the comments. And whichever comment gets more likes, that will be which one I will make next week's video on. This is Super Mark Z, and I'm about to sign out. Comment down below which one was your favorite idea, and whichever wins becomes the next video on Super Mark Z. Remember to subscribe and share the videos. No, I know I always repeat myself, but I literally have nothing else to say sometimes. And this is me, Super Mark Z, being very grateful for you being able to watch the video in full. This is Super Mark Z, actually heading out because it's near the end of the video. Yep. If you have any ideas that you would also want to share with me to make any other videos, you can also comment down below. And if they do get likes, at least 3,000 and at least 10 more subscribers join, I'll make them. Signing out.